I'm happy to announce that the 2020 recipient of the Charles J. Parker Award is presented to Erin Kemple, Executive Director of the Connecticut Fair Housing Center. The Parker Award is given to a Connecticut attorney and Bar Association member who demonstrates a deep and abiding interest and dedication to the delivery of legal services to the disadvantaged in Connecticut. Erin demonstrates these qualities and exemplifies the spirit of Charles Parker each day. The Connecticut Fair Housing Center provides free, investigative, and legal services to those who believe they have been the victim of housing discrimination, both as a highly skilled attorney and in her role as executive director. Erin works tirelessly to promote the mission of the center and ensure that all people have access to housing opportunities in Connecticut free from discrimination. Erin's entire legal career has been dedicated to representing the disadvantaged and low-income communities, first through her work in legal services and fair housing in Massachusetts, and happily for Connecticut since 2003 as executive director of the Connecticut Fair Housing Center. Erin is not only a top-notch litigator, but she provides crucial and effective leadership as the center has grown from a small regional office to a national leader in fair housing and foreclosure, litigation, and advocacy. I think Erin would agree that one of her great achievements while growing the organization has been to surround herself with a fantastic team of talented and dedicated attorneys and advocates. Erin is a creative and visionary leader. Connecticut is lucky to have her. On behalf of the Connecticut Bar Association and the Connecticut legal community, congratulations, Erin.
My name is Greg Kirschner, and I've been given the privilege of saying a few words about my friend and colleague, Erin Kemple, on the occasion of her receipt of the Charles J. Parker Legal Services Award. Erin's career has been singly focused on ensuring access to housing and creation of a less racist and more equitable society. Beyond fierce direct representation of clients facing eviction or housing discrimination, Erin has made her career about building a movement to fight for fair housing. With Erin as its executive director, the Connecticut Fair Housing Center has expanded its capacity more than threefold and expanded its impact through complex and innovative litigation, legislative advocacy, and community engagement. But if I know anything about Erin, it is that she deeply regrets this work needs to continue. It is said the arc of history bends towards justice, but we know as it does so, it moves more like a tide with ebbs and flows, inspiring progress and bitter retreats. If I know anything else about Erin, is that she would be disappointed if I use this opportunity to talk about her rather than the movement. Recent events have highlighted how far we need to go in the work that Erin has championed. Responses to the economic and jobs crisis caused by the pandemic threaten to exacerbate racial wealth disparities rather than aid those most in need as a result of structural racism. And it is only after the most profound cruelties are played out before our eyes and people take to the streets in countless numbers across the country that policymakers offer anything more than lip service about dismantling the structural racism that infects so many of our institutions. So if we were together, I would encourage you to give Erin a hand for her achievements and deserved receipt of this award. But more importantly, and more meaningfully for her, I would encourage you to lend her a hand. Think about how structural racism may impact your work. Reflect on it in your personal life. Commit to being anti-racist. Don't let this moment of awareness pass. As so eloquently put by the Broadside Singers in an earlier tumultuous time, for the dream never ending, you can hear the voices blending, loud and clear their echoes sending, carry it on. Congratulations, Erin. Carry it on.
Erin and I worked together at Western Mass Legal Services for a bunch of years doing housing law, and she was so passionate and so heavily emotionally invested in the rights of our clients as she defended them against evictions, as she defended them against gentrification, as she defended them trying to get them rent subsidies so that they could afford their rent. It was always clear that Erin was a true champion of low-income tenants, marginalized communities, vulnerable populations. And although we missed her terribly when she left Western Mass, we knew that it was time for her to take charge of her own place and put her own stamp on it. So I will leave you with a couple of images of Erin that I hope you'll enjoy. One is Erin and me driving through the streets of Springfield, during a particularly rough time for tenants who were going through some demolitions and trying to figure out how to make up petitions to appoint receivers to save buildings in downtown Springfield. And we successfully did that with Erin taking the lead. And I will now leave you finally with my observation about why Erin is such a great leader and a true visionary. Erin has always figured out how to couple poverty law with civil rights work, and she has always understood the connections between working against poverty and working for civil rights to make justice for all a reality. So to the Connecticut Fair Housing Center, congratulations on having chosen a great leader. To the Bar Association, you made a good call when you gave her this award.